What is up? What is up? What go down? What go down? What's happening, everybody? What's happening, everybody? Appreciate you for joining us over here at the Chop Shop. I am your boy Space Ghost. Holla at me. You call me Space. You can call me Ghost. Whatever. Just holla at your boy over here so we can chop it up about this post game. Rockets versus the Bulls. And man, that's what we've been talking about, fellas. That's what we've been waiting on, right? That's what this looks like what a lot of people envision. You know, like this is what we've been saying. Why can't we really look like at least a semblance of this night in and night out? You know, why can't we look continuously kind of look like this? This was this was great. This was like everything that we wanted to see. Jalen, he's scoring. They ran it through Sengun. He got everybody going. KPJ was more off a ball, and look how he balled. Just go get it. He was really just going to get a bucket. He made some good reads. KPJ had a phenomenal game. This was like one of his most well-rounded games. It didn't look like he was just out there thinking. It looked like it was clicking out there because he had Jalen and also Sengun carrying the load too. They was making decisions and they was doing their own thing, creating offense as well. Like, it don't have to be all on bro's shoulders. This is what we've been saying. Like, it didn't have to be all on. It don't have to be all on Kevin Porter Jr.'s shoulders all the time. We seen like he started feeling the pressure of him having to do it too much all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was crazy. But look at what we got right here. Sleep Party 11, $2 super chat. That boy says the best game all season for the entire game. Factual, Sleep Art. That was the best game, bro. Like, that was just an amazing game. Now, we did have a bumpy spot there in like the third quarter, second quarter. But Jalen came out in the third quarter. I think he scored like 19 points or something. Then he kind of went silent a little bit. And then I started getting worried. Like, man, what is Jalen doing? Is Jalen going to go ahead and step up in the fourth quarter? Or he going to go this whole fourth quarter without getting aggressive? And then we seen right at the end, he started making some shots. He started doing this thing. And he got right back into the floor of the game right in the nick of time. Shooting some threes. But Kevin Porter Jr., man, that dude was on fire. He was driving. He was taking the mid-range game. He was hitting his three-point shots. He played some good defense. He looked at least aggressive on defense, and he wasn't really being aloof on defense. He looked like he was locked in. Really didn't help that they just tried to run their whole offense through DeMar DeRozan the whole game, though. Like, and I was surprised that we didn't see the zone. So, you know, they didn't see the zone, so I'm not overly confident that we back. You know, I don't know if we back because we didn't conquer our demon yet. You know, we didn't conquer our demon yet. So, but a win is a win, like we always say. And if my boy DJ Generation was here, he says every 1 in 5 games is right on par. And 1 in 5, I think we was on a 5-game losing streak before this game, so we won one. Right on par, 1 in 5. I think right now we probably projected to win like 30-something games, 31 games. So that's kind of nearish, play-in-ish. Even if we just stay on par with how we winning right now. We might end up being a little bit better, DJ Generation. We might end up having to go like 1 in 8 every game or something like that to stay down there close enough to if you got Wemby hopes or Scoot hopes or whatever kind of hopes you have for the draft. But tonight was an awesome night, man. Everybody looked good. We didn't see much of Knicks. Thank God we didn't see. Bruno came in and he pretty much tanked us. And I'm glad Silas got away from trying to get 3 guys rotation, 3 center rotation in the second half. It was just Garuba and Sengun, mostly Sengun, and that was a nice mix. We don't need 3 centers. At least playing that much, trying to share the court so much. You know, we didn't see Tank and Knicks. I'm sorry, Knicks, but we didn't see Tank and Knicks. Tata came in, he played fairly well. He wasn't awesome, but he didn't turn the ball over, and he wasn't looking lost out there. He wasn't trying to do too much. He was getting the ball, setting it up, kicking it back out, resetting it, setting the table. Tata looked it straight. He wasn't a negative. You know, so it was a nice win. 133 to 118. That's a lot of points to score, 133. The 3-headed monster, KPJ Sengun and Jalen Green. That's what we talking about. Now, we, like a lot of people always we've been pointing out, run that triangle system, something like that, man. We could probably get these similar results more often. You know, like we could probably get these similar results more often. But yeah, Sleep Art, I agree, brother. That was one of the best games this whole season. Probably the best game. We just had one hiccup that I can really point to, you know, second quarter. But for the most part, yeah, man, that was a good game. When they looked like they was getting stagnant, seemed like they became aware that they was getting stagnant, and then they give the ball to Sengun and everybody will start cutting and moving around and making stuff happen. You know, it seemed like they becoming aware. Now, I'm gonna talk about the elephant in the room. Did you think James Harden coming back have anything to do with this resurgence? And it seemed like they had an urgency tonight for some reason, like something to prove. You know, something to prove. Like maybe we don't need James Harden over here. Watch us go out and do our thing. You know, could it be something like that? I mean, you never know with these guys. You never know. But yeah, Sleep Art, bro, that was an excellent game tonight. Excellent game. Come on, I don't know why this is going like that. Let's see. Okay. Who we got? Z89 super chatted $20. Appreciate that, Z89. Let's see what you got over here, brother. He says they don't need Harden. Full steam ahead. Already. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Maybe that's how they was thinking. Maybe they was in that mindset. And like we seen these young guys already respond to adversity pretty well. It's like maybe we need to just let's start some rumors, Chop Shop Gang, CSG. Let's start some rumors and put it out there and let's create some controversy, because it seems like anytime these boys hear a little controversy or something's not right or they feel a little bit disrespect, they come out and show out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a gossip. What my boy DJ Generation? We probably do need a gossip lady or somebody on the inside to maybe, but on the opposite, to create some controversy, not to report some, but to create some. You know what I'm saying, Z? But yeah, Z, that was a good game. You think that really have anything to do with Harden, Z89? I want to hear your take. You think that really have anything to do with Harden? Because that was a nice showing. That really was a nice showing. And what changed? Because they had a little bit more rest? But we gonna ride this high horse tonight, because you know who we play tomorrow. I hope everybody know who we play tomorrow, right? So we gonna ride this. Okay, you think they had rest? Okay, yeah, I think that they had rest too, but it just something seemed different, because you know who we play tomorrow though. Like we gonna see something tomorrow. We coming off a back to back. Yes, right, OzCon. Yes, right, Mr. Oz. We play them bad boys Celtics next. We play the Celtics next. So we better come with it. Sigga Mig says they're gonna beat the Celtics. Book it. Oh my lord, that is hot take. I'm gonna have to bring you up to get that hot take off yourself, Sigga. I'm gonna have to bring you up to get that hot take off yourself, bro. For real. What's going on? Okay, there we go. Why they was going in and out? Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring you up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and he say not tonight. Nah, don't run from it, Sigga. You gotta say that out your own mouth, bro. That's something that's strong right there. Them that's a strong prediction. That's a hot take. You know how them boys been looking over there, right? You know how the Celtics been looking, bro. Is my audio all right, everybody? Do I sound good? Let me know, cause it sound like I'm going in and out on my speaker, on my headphones. Let me know if I sound all right to y'all. If not, we can just keep on rolling, or let me know if I gotta fix or tweak something. Okay, Marcus West says the audio's good. All right, appreciate that. Yeah, so let me go ahead and do like how we do it, man. Let me get some order in the highs. Let me clean it up. Let's see. You know, we got to give out new subs and new members. We're going to hit it off with Tiny Tot. What's happening, Tiny Tot? Appreciate you for joining us over here at the Chop Shop, my man. Appreciate you, brother. Plagueis, appreciate you for renewing and joining us for the membership package over here at the Chop Shop, brother. Plagueis, appreciate that. Stephen DeLeon, appreciate you for subscribing to the Chop Shop, man. Thank you. Let's see what we got. Jerome Starworth, appreciate you for subscribing to the channel. All right, let's see what we got. My main man, Third Coast Alliance. Let's see what you're talking about. Appreciate your $5 super chat, Third Coast. Good looking out. Let's see what you're talking about. Let me highlight you up there. He says, we don't need James Harden. There's few notable point guards that will be available for free agency, and they don't fetch a high price like Harden. I hear you. I was thinking Fred VanVleet. Man. That's who, if we don't get James Harden, which, you know, this organization and James Harden just have a fetish for each other. I don't know if it's Stockholm syndrome or something. You know, he's like, he got us captive in well, not us. He got a lot of people held captive, and they just fall in love with him. You know, like what is going on with the infatuation with James Harden? Now, I did say I personally don't want him back, but I'm not gonna say at the right price he can't help this team. You know, but I don't just want him back just because, oh, he's James Harden and what he did for the city and the culture, and I don't shut up all that. He didn't set a good culture. He won an MVP and he got close to winning the championship. Yeah, he did all that. But I'm not fit to pat him on the back and seem like he's just the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? And Jesus walking on water. You know, I do recognize that he can come here and he can provide a serviceable need at the point guard spot that we actually need, but I'm not fit to overpay him and give him like 5 years, $200 million. You know, I'm not finna do that, Third Coast. So yeah, I'm Fred VanVleet. Who else was I had went over the list yesterday. Did I still got it? I took it down. I know Fred VanVleet was up there, bro. But yeah, it could be some more people out there to get for sure. Before we move it too far along, I see we got some people up in here. Look like the usuals up in here. So roll call, baby, roll call. Here we go. Before we move any further, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Thank everybody in advance. Don't be just sitting around here and being a bum and just soaking up all of this content. Go ahead and hit like on this video, subscribe, and become part of the Chop Shop gang and the Chop Shop members over here. All my members in here in the Chop Shop, baby, just go ahead and hit put the chop shop emoji in the chat for your boy Space so I can know all my CSGs is in the place. You know what I'm saying? But there we go. Roll call. Let's get it off. Curtis Ho. What's good, Curtis Ho? Appreciate you for joining us over here at the Chop Shop. My boy Big B. Brandon Simpson. What's happening? Larry Atenier Sr. What's good with you? Scoot channel and do it yourself. What's good? What's happening with you? My audio popping. Stop it. Stop doing that. Let's see. Jose Potter, what's good, Jose Potter? J-Mon M, what's happening? E.F. Hutton, what's good, E.F. Hutton? Let's see who we got. Let's see. Roderick Dixon, appreciate you for joining us over here. Roderick Dixon, Osgur Corselli, what's good, Osgur Corselli. Let me know if I said that right. Osgur. I want to learn how I at least pronounce the letters in y'all names so I can get similar. You know, I don't want to sound like an American country bumpkin. Osgur, Osgur. Let me know if I'm right. Osgur. Jadoka, what's happening, Jadoka? Appreciate you for joining us over here, man. Appreciate you. Let's go. Let's see who we got. Mario Gonzalez, what's happening, Mario? Appreciate you for joining us over here at the Chop Shop. Sick of Migs, as always. My boy Bumper is in the house. That boy Joe Blue, what's happening, Joe Blue? Third Coast Alliance, you know you in here, baby. What's happening? My boy Clip Carleon, what's good? Scott Martin, what's happening? Alex Mid, what's good? Uzumaki, what's happening? Let's see. Sleep Party 11, you know you in here with us. Party time, animal time. What's good? H-Town Finest, what's happening? The Real Marcus West, what's good? Appreciate you for joining us. Chet Men. Let's see. Who we got with us? Let's see. Z89, you know that boy in here with us. Ozcon, of course, he in here with us. Usagami, what's happening? Usagami. J-Mon M. Let's see. Sheezy, what's happening, Sheezy? Out there in the ATL holding it down. AI Productions, what's good with your AI Productions? Scott Martin, did I say you? But anyway, if I didn't, what's happening? Idris Kurdzat. Appreciate you for joining us. Albert Marquin, my boy, what's happening? I see we got my boy Frank in here. What's happening, Frank? Appreciate you for joining us over here, brother. You want to come up? Let me know. I dropped that link. Hakeem Elijah, where you been at, baby? What's happening? Appreciate you for joining us, Hakeem. Kaya and Ingen, what's happening, brother? Appreciate you for joining us over here at the Chop Shop, brother. Let's go with it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that link for y'all. Let me get it ready so y'all can come up and give your takes off. We're gonna be a little bit more organized around here. If you want to come up and you got something that you really want heard, I prefer you hit the link, come up and give you off your take. You know what I'm saying? I would prefer you do that instead of having me up here parroting all day. You feel me? Come up, give your take off. Now, if you want to, you can always use the super chat, and I will. I'm a read those comments out for sure. But if you're afraid that I won't see a comment, now I'm gonna pick them out here and there, of course. But if you're afraid I won't see your comment, 99-cent super chat, hit it up. I will get to it, just like it always do on every YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? That's how we rocking over here. But I will be going through some comments, but not as heavily. I'm going to try to focus on who on the call with us mostly. But I'm about to drop the link for y'all fellas right now. Frank, if you out there, brother, you can come on up. Here we go, yo. CSG, we all we got. Chop Shop Gang. We all we got. Big B, you got to come up here, brother. Let's go. KC, what's happening, KC? Appreciate you for joining us, man. I see you done snuck in here with us. There go the link, man. Go ahead and grab the link. I always gotta do this whenever I open up that damn app. I should have opened it up before I did it. But let me fix my camera real quick, man. That damn app always want to try to use my camera. Stop doing that. Here we go. All right. I think I heard somebody in the chat. Let's see who in there with me. Let's see who came up in here. I heard somebody jump in, hit the link. Did you jump back out? Jump back in. I know I heard somebody hit the link. Yeah, but hit the link. Come on in and join us over here. Uzumaki, what's good, Uzumaki? Appreciate you for joining us over here at the Chop Shop, brother. Let's see. I'm gonna run them down. School Channel says Harden is a relic, a dinosaur. His style is not for us. Okay, that's the type of style we running right now, though, brother. That's the type of style we running right now. Yusugami says Fred VanVleet is inconsistent, though. I don't know about that. Okay, I feel you. We ain't really looking for him to come over here and just score 30. We looking for him to really be able to set up the table and get it popping. You know what I'm saying? The KO King, what's happening? The KO King says, I say with Harden, we've seen that movie. It's time to move on to something new and let that ship sail. I hear you, brother. I'm not even mad at you. Yeah. It feels good to win every once in a while, don't it? It feels good. You know what I'm saying? How many people we got in here? We got 90 people up in here. How many hit the like button, Joe Blue? Let me know. Do I gotta stop the show? Cause I'll stop the show. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like we ain't being appreciated right now, it should be at least a 75% like the people ratio, baby. Just go ahead and hit that like. I'm gonna shut it down and y'all can just listen to my music a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Mehmet Octcast, what's good? Appreciate you for joining us. I'm gonna sit back, let y'all hit that like button, man. Let y'all hit that like button. Okay, let's see. Let me check the stream. Is it tripping again? Okay, that my boy Third Coast. I see my boy Third Coast. What's happening, Third Coast?
Not much, man. I think Brandon Simpson's in here as well. I think he's
okay. He must have jumped out. I don't see him no more. He must have jumped out.
Yeah, man. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. How y'all
Merry
doing?
Christmas to you, Third Coast. Merry Christmas to you, brother. Appreciate your donation to the Chop Shop with your super chat, brother. Appreciate that. Hold on, Brandon, what you say is only 10 likes? It's only 10 likes on the video right now? Let me know, man. For real? Do we got Bulls fans up in here? Like, are we being outnumbered or something? Oh, Merck say it's 51. Okay, that'll right. We can rock with 51. All right. We rocking with 51. Appreciate everybody for hitting that like button, brother. Appreciate that. Third Coast, what you got for me, man? What was this game? What was your experience watching this game tonight?
Experience was I like how we jumped out on them. You know, we got the ball rolling really early. A lot of ball movement, a lot of playing through Sengun. Kind of like how Jokic, how he mentioned and how Frank was saying, like, Jokic might be on to something. And yeah, we played through Sengun. We got the ball rolling, and held that lead up pretty well until, about the second quarter, they started coming back. Our other rotation, it seemed like they just kind of weren't ready. Oh, there go Brandon. What's up, man? How you doing? But yeah, man, and second rotation kind of dropped the ball. The whole thing with Bruno and Ty was looking a little skittish the first time he came out. Didn't make too many mistakes, but wasn't really helping us produce on the offensive end. But then halftime came and We got off to a slow start again, but then looks like Silas had a timeout, made some adjustments, and then we just started firing our way back in. And once we grabbed that lead, once we got that lead back, then we just kept it.
Facts. Do you think they're shooting woes because of us, or was it because of they was like just off? I mean, they started hitting like later in the game, but they started off real slow.
Yeah, they're shooting woes. It's hard for me to really, put my finger on it. There was a lot of shots that KPJ and Jalen kind of take that are technically bad shots. Like a lot of stuff is contested. They like to score like the hard way, and but they seem like a lot of the good ball movement and everything was kind of getting them taking more set shots, and then when those started to drop, then like all their other shots like off of movement, or once they catch a rhythm, then that started falling, and yeah, hopefully they can carry forward and keep having what we would consider, a normal shooting night, because these past several games have been terrible. Possibly games that could have been wins if only like they shot normally from three.
Facts. Big B, what's happening, Big B?
Hey, what it do, Ghost?
What's happening, brother? What you got for me?
Really, the main thing for me tonight out of this game was just the chemistry. It seemed like bad together. It's like, man, where was this earlier? I mean, they were just so the little bounce pass to Sengun. He's just feeding them. I mean, they got like 4 or 5 on everybody he dunking on everybody with the bounce pass from KPJ. Like, I don't understand that. I've seen some comments on that live chat where they're talking about you see that heat from the Harden. Like, man, look, I can feed Sengun. Okay, so we don't need James Harden coming out here. Could be that, but then he's just not consistent for me, and I'm just gonna go with that for KPJ.
Okay. Matter of fact, everybody that's in here, I'm gonna go ahead and let me see if I can make a post in here. I was gonna make a post and see who in here right now want James Harden back. Just the people that's in here watching. Hold on, let me see. Nah, but go ahead, third coach. You got anything else? Who stuck out to you? In your mind?
Sengun stuck out. Yeah, pretty much Sengun, Jalen, and KPJ are 3 guys who were hit last year. They stuck out a lot. I could throw one in for Tari. He came in, gave us meaningful minutes. Jabari, didn't really have the best offensive night. He showed up here and there, but mostly defensively was where Jabari made his presence felt. But I felt like if there was someone I was going to give the game ball to, I'd give it to Sengun.
MVP, Sengun, for my boy. Third Coast Alliance. Who your MVP, Big B?
Yeah, I'm also going Sengun. His daddy's in the building. He's balling. He's dunking on everybody. Come on now. KPJ feeding him. It seemed like KPJ was just feeding him more than he's typically been doing. So for me, that was a major part of this game. And then both of them end up just having. So I'm wondering if we're going to continue doing that a little bit more. Or are we just going to keep the experiment when we bring in Bruno off the bench? And then Harden, to me, yes. So again, we'll go back to the Harden thing. Harden, again, you only signed Harden for 3 years. That you're not giving him the max. And if he wants the max, then obviously you're not even going to enter. I wouldn't. But
how much? How many? I mean, you can have the max as a 1 year. You can have a max as a 2 year.
Okay, yeah.
Like, how many years are you willing to pay him at that max?
Okay, I'm not willing to pay him any max years. Like I said, I'll do it. So after 3 years, we'll see where it goes. we obviously should be looking for conference finals by the third year of that deal. And then after Jalen looking in his fourth year by then, fifth year by then, everybody else is advancing. Maybe you give him you might show him a little love. You might give him, 60, 65. If you're looking like you're on the cusp of going to the finals or something. That's the only way I would handle that.
So you saying you'll give him so you saying you don't want him though at all, right?
No, of course. Come on. You gotta take him. It's like I said, I'd rather have for instance, but Jimmy ain't coming here as a free agent. Okay. So that's what other top 20 player in the NBA, top 25 player, and Harden still is that player as a free agent coming here for 3 years and 90. That's what I would do. 3 years, 90 would be my top.
So you would take Jimmy Butler over Harden though. Jimmy's your first choice.
Yes. He's not coming as a free agent here. So that's kind of out of the question, that's Harden coming here as a free agent, signing 3 years or 4 years at 20. That's $30 million a year. That's it. I won't give him no more than 30 a year. What do you think, Ghost? What you giving Harden? If
he comes, because I'm like you, I really don't particularly want him back. I really don't particularly want him back, but if he do have to come back, and I think at a reasonable amount, like I was saying, I give him a 2-year option. I give him a 2-year deal, and then like a player option at the end, like 3-year.
Okay, so what's a 2-year deal then? You give it a
3-year deal, but a player option. Essentially, just a 2-year deal.
But so if you do that though, you're gonna have to. Because right now, I think with his contract now that he re-signed with Philly, he took less money. I think he's making like 35 a year with Philly. That he signed that 2-year.
Yeah, it was like two for 68 or something like that.
Yeah. So they're like 34. So you're asking him to make 30. Your deal again, you're gonna have to give him that 34, 35. So I just tell him, look, that's it. Now again, that's hard.
But by this time, Bob,
that's another piece. That's another piece. Dallas is bringing back Harden. Are you gonna get?
My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, you're good.
The percentage, the revenue the salary cap is going up next year, so he can ask for a little bit more on top of that, because we will have a little bit more money because just league wide they bumping it up, I think like maybe 10 or 12 million or something like that, or is it that next year? I know I think it's either this year or the following. I have to look again. But I'm pretty sure we get an increase in the the TV deals and the revenue shares and all of that. But that's something to think about. That is something to think about.
30, but I don't know, man. More than 30 million for Harden. That's tough.
That's
you got
a hard
$50 million cap space next year, right? So $50 million potentially if you want to spend all that 50 on 2 free agents. Are you gonna do Harden for 38 and then go get somebody else for 12? Or are you gonna do 30 and 20? I'd rather if we're gonna.
I was about to say if somebody coming for 12, he ain't no star. That's like an MLE, like a mid-level.
And that's why you don't give Harden more than. Yeah, because then it doesn't open up for another second free agent and be a legitimate, really, really good player.
Yeah. Third coach, I know you said you was against Harden coming, right?
Very against.
Is it a money issue or is it more of a character issue?
It's a character issue. The money as well. Like the money's nothing to scoff at because I do believe he's coming for the bag, but I wouldn't give him that. And then even if we were going to do something like, 2-year with an option, even if we were going to do something like that, the type of like mentor that he could be for someone who is going to be playing that position like a point guard. I just don't think that Harden can offer any because his game is so unique. It's not like a traditional point guard. I don't think he can offer anything from like a mentorship role or like a character professionalism role when it comes to his habits on and off the court mixed with how young and impressionable the majority of our roster is. I just don't think it's a good mix. I would like someone who is going to be just more business like a Jimmy Butler or like a D Rose or Fred VanVleet, who's not going to be asking that much. I mean, Jimmy, you probably have to pay him. But if it's like Fred VanVleet or D Rose or something like that, then you could entertain getting like a Miles Turner, and we can get off of Bruno Fernando and just get like just even better defense and probably even a deeper offensive package. There's just so much more that's available if we don't go to Harden route. Like I just don't see. I don't see that tree bearing any fruit anymore. Honestly.
Yeah. I agree. Now we're gonna move on from the Harden talk. We have a good game to talk about and discuss right now. I'm gonna go ahead and jump over. Let's look at the stats of the players. Kevin Porter Jr. He actually had 36 points, 7 rebounds, and 9 assists. Kevin Porter Jr. had, I think it was his best game since that 50 piece he had dropped against the Bucks. Personally, Alperen Sengun, he was 25 and 11 and 6 assists, and I believe Jalen, he was 23 points in what was it, 4 rebounds? What happened? Cut Jalen off. Yeah, but he had a good game too. I think they combined for like what, 70 some points, 80 points, or something like that. Yeah, but three-headed monster looked good. DeMar DeRozan, he finished with 31 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists. He looked like he was going to try to bring them back, but he was the only one really hitting shots for them. Vucevic tried to get into the mix a little bit, and also Osamu Dumu, but for the most part, the Rockets dominated this game. Who we got in here with us? Oh, my boy Frank is in the house. What's happening, Frank? What's good, Frank? Can you hear me, Frank?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's good?
Okay. What's good with it, brother?
Man, chilling, bro. Chilling. Good game, right?
Excellent
good game. Salute.
Yeah, that was definitely enjoyable to watch. Even the fact that they blew away a lead, but that was definitely probably one of the best team games that I've seen them play together. And I don't know if it was Brandon or third coach that pointed out KPJ. I think it was you, Brandon, with KPJ and Sengun. And to me, if you think about it, when the season first started, we were told that they needed Bruno Fernando to be that for KPJ. And my thing the whole season was, for Coach Silas, you got to be a little more creative than that, brother. Like, if you're trying to get all these young guys to be able to play with each other, you started Sengun for a reason. And the fact that they try to pivot away so fast was just almost lazy to me, because it looks like they didn't want to try to figure out how all their talents meshed. And they was just going to give up on one guy and just focus on, let's get this lob threat going, because that's what made KPJ better. Now we can all clearly see that when they all play the way they supposed to play, if you got dynamic players at every position, everybody eats. So that was my thing to start the season. Like, I never understood why you couldn't just throw these guys out there and let them play. You know what I mean? Let them just eat off each other.
Cap.
Theoretically, what Sengun do for those guards will make everybody's job easier. I mean, he's a great screener. He's a good outlet pass when it's not there for you. He'll make you efficient. You feel me? And he doesn't need Jalen or Kevin Porter to get his own. So if they need, let's say they're getting clamped by a better defender, just dump it off to your big and step back and just walk away. Let him eat, and you'll have your efficient game instead of jacking up a shot. Because Bruno don't know how to do a layup. When it's not a dunk. So, definitely good to see. I hope they keep that chemistry, because if him, Jalen, and Kevin Porter get chemistry, then they cooking, man.
Facts. You know what? They said, who said, Cap? I was saying, because the beginning of the season,
Cap.
This is what they was doing. They was capping with that.
Cap.
That's what they was doing, man. With that whole Sengun can't start because Bruno needs to start. That was cap, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what was that. Now that I'm, because we see this like this. Like if they could have been doing at least leading up to this, you know, it wouldn't be a big surprise. But we seen everybody been saying this is the way. Why is it always they're like 20 games behind? Like, bro, is this done purposely?
It almost looked like some Tom Savage, Deshaun Watson thing to me.
Big facts, bro.
Player. I mean, come on, man. Like everybody knows he's way better. I just never understood it. So, and then also, it wasn't even that and we also were just passing the ball around more. I mean, in general, like just off a loose ball, you just seen it. Now, what I started to notice too at the end, when they made just passing the ball around more on the perimeter, which is fine. At least you're still getting ball movement. Whereas when we took the lead back over, and at the beginning of the game, you're going more inside to the outside and moving it just all different ways instead of just passing it on the.
Yeah, I like their passing a whole lot more. I really felt like it was them keeping the ball moving, like Brendan had mentioned, like along the perimeter. That was making it easier for us to distribute the ball towards the inside, towards Sengun. Like one of the things that we were criticizing KPJ for, which was kind of doing the Harden-esque dribbling, the air out of the basketball a little too much. Was it just seemed like we were much quicker at dumping that ball towards the inside and letting LP facilitate, getting people to kind of look for his post game, maybe draw a double team, then he would kick it to the outside and send the defender scrambling as we're passing along the perimeter, where we're getting those set shots that kind of allowed us to get in rhythm and start, hitting those much more like harder contested shots. We just looked like this was a game where for 3 quarters I felt like we didn't look like a AAU team. Like we looked like a seasoned team. There was like 1 quarter where wasn't looking too great, but I felt like for 3 quarters we actually looked great, like a good team.
Yeah, one thing I noticed with the passing even with Sengun is that sometimes he does get tunnel vision with his post plays. In this game, he was more, I think they're meeting somewhere in the middle where when he gets the ball, he gets it out on the perimeter as well, instead of just calling for it on the screen and then going into isolation. So he wasn't just letting it stall with him on isolation. And then he was directing the guards. And usually with Kevin Porter, when he gets those screens, he's reluctant to dump it off when the mismatch is there for the big, or when he's at a disadvantage, like he's getting trapped or something, he'll still try to go score. I don't know if it was a lack of trust or just him not seeing it, but it looked like there was a concerted effort for them to make those plays today. And in the first half, Jalen was initiating a lot of the offense, even with KPJ on the court. And I think that's they've been doing that a little bit more. And I think you combine that with the Sengun piece, with Jalen helping him initiate the ball movement, and you get to see KPJ more in his natural element, where he's not burdened with having to dictate everything for the team. So it doesn't look like when he has a blown gasket, the whole team goes to crap. So he can just do what he does best, which is score, isolate, and then play make off of his gravity. And I think if they can do that, and as a committee, be a point guard as a team, like the whole team is the point guard and everybody keep the ball popping, then you can definitely see what his true talents are. Like the ability to play make for a teammate like a point guard, the ability to score like a wing, being able to just do so many things on the court is what makes him special. I think that's a lot of Rockets fans fell in love with him when we first got him. And I think this whole experiment has really soured a lot of people on him. And I've gotten to the point where I stopped blaming him. I'm looking at the Rockets because they put him in that position in this system that demands so much from that ball handler. And if they can, that's why I'm not sold on Coach Silas. I really would love us to have a different system and a different coaching system. They can find some of that work. It doesn't have to be James Harden or Luca. Then I think you can go back and imagine what he was when he first came here from Cleveland and what everybody was excited about.
Yeah, no doubt. So another thing that we haven't mentioned yet is it's and they weren't. I mean, it's not like he was just knocking down a bunch of shots, but then just seeing a losing turnover on the offensive end with Knicks, and then the rotations again were better. To this game, in my opinion, Garrison good. He didn't get no minutes, but Tai Tai's run is still interesting. Tari, he still just gives you the hustle all day, every day. I just love his game, man. It's real. So, Frank, who would you say through the rebuild you're keeping? Like you're keeping for sure. You got 4 or 5 players you're keeping for sure. You got more assets coming to you. So, what are you keeping right with this roster? What would you?
It depends, bro, on like what the Harden thing is a big thing because, like I said on the last video, if Harden comes, then it kind of alters the path of the rebuild. And I feel like Sengun would be the first man out because he's the best and most valuable trade piece we have. And if he comes, if they're going to give up on a player that's a high level talent to get a second star or a second good player in, it would have to be via trade probably. And like I said, I think it would be headlined by a Sengun trade. I just don't see them giving up on Jabari or Jalen. If it was me, I would hope if Harden did come, honestly, I wish we would just keep going as we are, add really supplemental veterans and let the young guys kind of just grow. Because to me, those type of rebuilds yield content. Like you can be a dynasty if you play your cards right. That's how you get those teams that compete for half a decade when you got a bunch of young guys that you cultivated and stayed with throughout the time, rather than trying to do the Clippers and Lakers thing. If they came in and if they did that and they actually let Harden come, then I feel like yeah, we'd probably lose either two of Sengun, Tari. Let me see, Sengun, Tari. I think one of them probably is going to go.
KPJ, what about KPJ?
I don't think there's a market for Kevin Porter Jr. That the Rockets really. I mean, I know he's doing good, but I don't think a lot of teams, most teams, like when they did, there's all these stories of executives in the league saying that the Rockets should have just waived them. So I think he has to prove himself over a longer period of time. It wasn't a couple weeks ago that he was having a meltdown watch these games. So just because you drop 30 against Chicago, that's damn near about to give up playing basketball. I don't think it's going to take just that to change people's minds about his character. He has to do it over a whole season and then another season and keep becoming a consistent player. He probably will get out of this. He won't get his due till his contract is up. And I think on his next go round, he's going to get a big bag. But he has to really earn it by his on-court and off-court manner. But,
Hey, hold on, Frank. Is somebody who's outside? Somebody outside?
if somebody either outside or there's a fan or something.
I got.
It's
Look,
like
you gotta mute your mic. Just mute.
a racing car or something in the background, bro.
Is it a fan?
You
Any
hear
of y'all
that?
got a fan? Yeah, I hear it too.
I mute my mic, so my
I don't
mic's
think I have
on
one.
now. Then I'll.
Yeah, let me mute mine. And let me see if the sound goes away.
No, it's like every once in a while you can hear it's just like
Yeah, go
sound
ahead.
like a car
Everybody
passing
mute it.
by.
Yeah, do.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute mine in 3, 2, 1.
All right. Sound like it's third coast probably. Because it's gone. Space, you don't hear it, do you?
No, I don't hear it no more.
Yeah. But yeah, I keep Jalen and Barry for sure. I think just to answer Brandon's question, I
Yeah,
keep telling you.
the only fan that's running is the one that's on my laptop.
Nah, you good now. I don't hear it no more. Let's get to some of these comments up here, man. Let's see. What did I leave off? Kirk Yang says Jimmy brings grind spirit, Van Vliet brings championship experience. What Harden brings, our young players will learn how to choke at crunch time for them. Are y'all worried about that? Because I don't know if we're going to be competing if Harden even come here with this team.
Nah, I don't think so either. I think even if Harden's here, I don't even think that even necessarily makes us a playing team, honestly.
Yeah, I don't see us going on a championship run or nothing like that. Frank, what about you?
Say it again. What's the question, Space?
Basically, he's saying that Jimmy brings the grind and the spirit. Van Vliet brings championship experience. He says, what does Harden brings? Our young players will learn how to choke at crunch time from him.
That's messed. I mean, I don't think I don't know if it was. I think Third Coaster pointed it out. I just don't think that he's like going to be like the mentor that people. I think obviously them being around him will be beneficial for the players, begin to see how it play, and I think that's a benefit. And Third Coast, can you mute your mic when you're not talking, just because of that sound? I think it is coming from your deal.
Yeah, I think it might be coming from you.
Okay. But it's even just by being on the court with a great player, I think just by watching and being around it will help them. But as far as like this like mentor that's ready to like just ride into the sunset and help these guys learn, I think people are overselling that and are being very naive in who James Harden is and where he thinks he is in his career. I don't think James thinks he's done. I think he's coming to Houston. I read that a report. I forgot about who it was. Basically, he misses here because he got to control everything and he felt comfortable. And this is, where he just feels like he's the man. So if he's coming back, he's coming back, to do that. And if he controls, he might just tell him, you need to trade this guy. I mean, y'all got Stone did throw 50 mil at this man back when 50 mil was crazy.
That's facts. Yeah. DJ Generation, the chat boss is with us. What's happening, DJ? Appreciate you for joining us. He got the little super sticker says game over. Appreciate you, the chat boss, for joining us out here. Yeah, like I was saying doing the stream yesterday, Frank, I don't think Harden's coming here to pack it up. Like, he see the most money, the most cap space, probably the most assets, tradable assets. You think he's coming here to fade off? No, I think he sees another opportunity, just like he was looking at somewhere else and saying, hey, they got this, they got that, and then he can manipulate this franchise. You know what I'm saying? Like, he sees it like wow, just like a hand in glove. I'm going to go over there. They're going to give me the max. I can get them to trade whoever. That's my home. That's right, because I still got people that love me over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I think he probably be looking at it more than anything, to come over here and try to reboot something up to get people over here that can help him compete. DJ Generation with the $1.99 super chat. That boy says, I do not want Harden here. That boy said he don't want Harden here at all. Elaborate, DJ. I want to hear you. You missed the stream, the Harden stream yesterday. Elaborate. Let's see it. Let's see it. I want to hear exactly why. Is it a fit thing? Is it a you just don't like Harden thing? Or is it a character issue? It's a lot of different things why people been saying they don't really want him to come back here. Interested to hear your take. Let's see. Tim Dunn says Harden is 33. Y'all crazy. I don't want him. Damn, don't nobody want Harden over here, huh? Who? I'm gonna just say, who want Harden? Put that in the chat. Who want Harden? Because it seems like don't nobody want him. Who want him over here? The KO King says Harden is worried about his bag. That says we don't need our young guys getting his mindset. Do you think that's overstated, Frank? Do you really think Harden can really sour our whole young guys?
I just never seen even the Maxi thing is cap to me. You know, the way I see Maxi, I mean he's helped Maxi, and I think in that way he can help our guys. But a lot of the stuff Maxi's doing, the stuff Maxi's been good at. Um, you know, being able to attack closeouts, he's fast, attacks in transition. I haven't seen Maxi become an elite playmaker for Philly or somebody that's just spamming pick and rolls because James Harden is teaching him how to do that. So I think just having a vet that knows the ins and outs of the game will be helpful to them. But um, I mean, it's better than Eric Gordon. But as far as like
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, Frank.
yeah,
sorry. That's
no,
what I was
you
about.
go.
How much is Eric Gordon getting paid
Yeah,
this year?
so
You know,
it's better than EG. But I just like I'm not gonna say like it's Harden they're gonna be after practice breaking down film and he taking Jalen and KPJ to workouts. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I've never seen it for it to happen, but maybe he gets a different mindset. As far as his play, yeah, I do worry about that. You know, the laziness, some of the stuff like not rotating on the ball and blaming some of the bench players for when he messes up and just the lack of accountability he has sometimes that we saw when he was with MDA. I don't know if that's an example I want Jalen to see of how a superstar is supposed to carry himself. I think that's why people want players like Jimmy Butler, because Jimmy Butler is the type of star that he's going to be first in the gym, even though Harden probably is going to be first in the gym. But on the court, Jimmy a dog, and he's not going to take plays off. And you just want that to rub off on some of those guys. That's why I like Chris Paul. You know, that's why Chris Paul was so instrumental to OKC, because regardless of what Chris Paul, people call him a hoe. They can call him that he weak, he whatever. At the end of the day, CP3 going to compete, and he know how to play basketball, and he's going to teach it and facilitate it at a high level. So it's yet to be seen, but to me, I think the appeal for people is like, what else we got? And yeah, that's a tempting appeal, but I still would rather just keep going forward organically with the young guys and let Jalen and Jabari decide what we do as a team.
For sure. DJ Generation, what's happening, brother? Appreciate you for joining us up here, brother. What you got for me? Let me know. Did you watch the game? Was you able to watch the game? Let me know.
I did, and what's up, everybody? It is a good win. I'm glad. I know how y'all think it's perfect out of 5, and that was a good win. I agree with everybody with the positives. I think you said this
is he breaking in up for anybody else?
So I'm out.
Yeah, he's coming across country.
Yeah, you choppy a little bit, DJ.
Yeah, I can't understand you, DJ. Come on, bro. I gotta hear you. Bro. I'm a 1 month subscriber.
Yeah, he glitching out. You hear him?
Oh, he chopping it up.
He's in the
doing
mix.
His mixes. DJ doing his mix on the stream. Hold on, let me take him out. DJ doing his mix. Come on back up when you get a little bit better connection, DJ. DJ, that boy really a DJ, man. He started screwing and chopping it up on the stream.
But I like the idea of Jimmy Butler. I think that guy just has like a incredible drive, incredible work ethic, and I think that's something that a lot of those young guys could learn from and appreciate. Just the overall professionalism, him being handled by Spoelstra, who I consider to be like a top 5 coach in the league, and but more importantly is his basketball IQ, him probably being able to mentor the guys. 'Cause I do see him as like someone who will mentor and talk and get in the heads of each person on that team, you know, as he kind of sets the hierarchy. And I think he can improve the basketball IQ of many of those young guys and kind of get them, you know, ahead of the curve. And I'm pretty big on him.
Go ahead,
No, for
Brandon.
sure. I mean, Butler. I mean, of course, but again, he's not coming here as a free agent. I know he's from Tomball, Houston. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so I guess he don't really want to just come here as a free agent in his mind. So Woj dropped the bomb with the Harden would just come as a free agent about this. That's the only reason we're talking about it is because Harden said he'd come as a free agent. Let's not
Okay,
forget that.
this gonna be the. I'm gonna
So
go ahead and tap it off with one last Harden thing. Let's.
yeah,
We
that's
did play a
it.
game
Let's
today,
get away
fellas. We
from it.
played a game today. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like,
let's get off of that. Jabari, I love his putbacks. He had underneath the rim. Did you notice that,
yeah,
Ghost?
yeah. Jabari played. He played good. It
I mean,
wasn't
he
nothing really
putbacks.
pop off at the screen at you, but he really
No,
played
but he
good.
had
He really
a
did
lot
play
of good
good.
putbacks. He did. He did. I mean, and then again, I mean, the whole thing was the movement, the ball movement. The movement was great. It's just for the things that popped out to me was again PJ and Sengun, and then obviously the ball movement, and then when we started was just on the perimeter. When we were going up and making good plays, the ball was moving around more to the inside and moving around, and then the pick and roll obviously with KPJ. So besides that, I mean, it tells us what we need to work on more.
Okay, this is one thing I would say. Could we been playing like this if KPJ deferred more? If he just decided to defer more to Shangoon, or was he being told not to defer more to Shangoon? Do you think he just got it in his mind tonight to just be like, hey, I'm gonna just use the people I got? Is he growing, or you think this is just like a blimp on the radar? We be coming in here tomorrow? I mean, because we play tomorrow. We play the Celtics tomorrow. So will we come in here tomorrow like, oh man, KPJ, he ball hogging, turning it over, because the Celtics defense is ratchet. They coming. They
Yeah,
coming.
No,
I think it's an anomaly. I mean, just given how we've been playing, what the trends suggest, I think kind of how we came out today. I think it's an anomaly. There's no real guarantee that we'll continue to play this way. Um, but if we do, I think there is some growth that we could learn from playing this way. When we play the Celtics, I expect Jalen and KPJ to kind of look to establish themselves against uh, Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum. And like they kind of tend to like to do that. Like when they play the Warriors, they try to do like extra stuff on Curry and Clay, and when they play, the Clippers, they try to do extra stuff. Like they tend to try to dominate who they feel that they're matched up against, and I think that's just kind of going to play into their hands. Like you really need a team ball and keeping the ball moving to kind of surprise and spread out, because the Celtics team defense is a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, that's facts. And you're gonna see the ball pressure tomorrow is gonna be crazy. Um, they're gonna basically also the Bulls are trash. Let's
Yeah.
not just ignore that aspect as well. But you're gonna see with the Celtics just a different level of intensity on just playing, and it's in Boston, so it's it's gonna be just stuff flying everywhere. Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, probably two of the best duo in the NBA right now on both ends of the court, because they gonna drop 60 on you collectively, then they still gonna clamp you on the other end. So that's gonna be a good matchup for them. I'm not really sure what path we have to winning that game. Honestly, I mean, if we win, it'll be just something like almost miraculous, because everything they do is our weakness. They don't play the drop coverage, which Jalen, like you seen what they were doing to poor Vooch today. Had that boy out there looking like who knows what. I mean, he was out there just on the island getting cooked. Um, they gonna switch 1 through 5, and when they bring Tom Lord in, he's gonna come up on you, and you got to shoot over his outstretched arms. The kid got like a 7'5" wingspan. And when their guards, Marcus Smart, they got that trio, Jalen, Marcus, and Jason, they come up on you. They guarding you like every inch of your space. So that ball handling is going to be put to a test. They can play zone if they really want to mess with us. Let's say we start going on a little run. They'll switch it up and go zone. Then you got to stop them. They got a bunch of predator wings, man. And, Jabari going to have his work cut out because he's really him and Tari, the only builds we have on a roster that could guard Tatum and Brown. Because KPJ, he probably could do a little something on Brown or somebody like that, but he's too small. Jalen's too small. The other guys are probably too slow. Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. They're going to pick on Sengun. So, and Kosala's going to be out-coached, even though the dude on the other side, a rookie, or a young coach, they got a better coaching staff collectively. So, yeah, we under the gun, but, we still got to punch his chance because we just got talent. So, it's going to be an interesting game. I'm really looking forward to it tomorrow.
Facts. We got my boy DJ Generation back up in here. You with us, DJ?
Yeah, can y'all hear?
Yeah,
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Before you go, I see we got my boy Step Back Takes and slid through up in here. Alexander Azevedo and my boy Dan Deach also then came through. Yeah, appreciate y'all for joining us over here at the Chop Shop. Go ahead, DJ. What you like or disliked about this game?
First off, Third Coast. I know you. That's my boy.
Yeah, you know who I am, man. I've been knowing it was you.
Yeah, that was you.
Yeah.
I heard your voice.
I don't want to dox you, but I know we went to college together. We went to Prairie View A&M together.
Oh, really,
Yeah,
DJ?
I'm a PV grad too.
Yeah,
PV ruling the world, man. Come on.
That's what's up.
My bad. I ain't mean to say that's who I think. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. They did a good job with ball movement. Of course, they hit shots, so that's always gonna hit. I did see it look like in the third they kind of went away from Jalen, even though he was hot. Like I know Frank say all the time that sometimes Jalen doesn't seem as aggressive. It's a double whammy because sometimes it looks like they stop focusing on him, and it also didn't seem like they still gave Jabari the focus he should have had either.
Yeah, but I think Jabari was mixed in quite well. I just think when he had his shots open, he just didn't hit them. He had some open shots that he just didn't hit. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, but the thing I was looking for in the court now, he's been going strong with it, man. I like it. And I didn't see, but I mean that's okay because Sengun was getting his, KPJ getting his, but I do notice that Jabari, he goes to the hole strong. When he get the ball, pump fakes and goes, he puts the ball strong with force, and that's what I want to see from.
Yeah, he been getting a lot of offensive rebounds too. To your point, that is true.
Yeah, Jabari been on it, man. He's been doing the dirty work. He's really essentially our PJ Tucker, but he's at the right size.
And
that's
a damn shame, Space. That sentence you just said right there. Let me stop you, not because of you, but
Hey.
I'm just saying
you gotta say that.
That's our role. That's the role that PJ Tucker did.
I feel you, but that's the third pick in the draft, my dog. That's my problem with this offensive system, bro. They should have, in a rebuilding year when you're developing players, they should have sets just for Jabari. Because I don't want Jabari to be PJ. I want this dude to be a superstar. So, he'd had a good game. He did get 14 shots. A lot of them were off a hustle, but it's just we got so much going on the team because we got too many young guys that he's almost put to the side, and he just got to get his Tari or somebody where you get kickouts and you getting putbacks when it should be we got a whole lineup just to feed Jabari. I haven't seen that yet all year where they build a second unit that's his feature, where it's we're gonna get him in the post, we're gonna run a lot of stuff just for Bari, and they didn't do that with Jalen. Honestly, You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so yeah, that's my problem with our system. It's so dictated on the pick and roll action and isolation that guys that don't fit that mold, they become just like you just a secondary tool to the offense. And I just don't see that as a way to maximize all these different types of talent we got on the team.
Facts.
I
I'm posting the
agree.
link once again. If anybody want to come up and give off your take, let me know. And come on up and join us, and you can get it off, man. You can, I mean, Frank, no, it's kind of tiring reading these messages.
Yeah, bro. I was y'all
you
man, me slipping
Jabari?
out there, bro.
Hold on, who was speaking? It was somebody speaking at the
Oh,
Go
same.
ahead, Dirk.
it was me. Frank, do you think if Jabari could like keep working on his handle and just keep keep shooting the ball, keep working on his offensive game, his post game, you think he could morph into like a Brandon Ingram with just like even better defense?
We talked about
Nah,
that. We said he could probably be KD.
nah, y'all tripping. Be not in a way like Brandon Ingram is like a hooper, bro. Like he that dude Katie and them dudes they're just different types of hoopers than Jabari. Jabari is more technical. I just think that
Yeah, more.
go ahead.
I was gonna say no, you because I remember you made a video with the Tim Duncan comps, and that's about where Jabari is to me.
Fact.
But go ahead, Frank.
But like a
Okay.
wingier version of like Tim Duncan, like a new age version. I would call him the kind of big fundamental. He's very fundamental, and that's his game is gonna be everything he do is like robotic almost, not in a bad way. Just like he's gonna make the right steps and the pivots and everything, and he's gonna get a shot off. To me, you could still like kind of mess around with some lineups and some sets for him just to explore his game because he's never going to be like KPJ. He's never going to be BI or KD where he's like tween hezzy and pulling up. He's been, but if you see where he started off in like the start of the season till now, his dribbling has improved so much. Like he is going to be behind his back, between the legs, comfortably getting down, dribbling it 3-4 times before he gets to the basket, changing direction with it. He hasn't got a good like dribble shooting game yet, but outside the arc, but in the mid range, y'all saw the graphic during the game. He's shooting 50% in this month from middies. And I said in that video that shot when he primed up, when he in his 4 years from now, 5 years from now, that's going to be a 52% shot. And he's going to add a fadeaway, a turnaround, all that stuff. With his height, it's unguardable. And to me, that's where you start getting into like his ceiling being higher than possibly Jalen's because his physical abilities and his height and his length just puts him in position with his defense to be able to do things that a guard can't do. And that's what makes some of these great bigs that ain't Michael Jordan, that's not LeBron. Like if you look at the best players in the NBA, a lot of them are big men or forwards. That's because they got that height, man. You can't block a sky hook. You can't do nothing with Shaq, Tim out there, KG. They shoot Dirk. They just tall.
Aldridge,
They just tall. They shooting over you. You just beg and pray that they miss. So I think that's what Jabari. If I just feel like we gotta get a different system that at some point in time, maybe not right now, but we got.
But that's also what made
All right,
Jabari
fellas. We got
Apollo pick.
We got some more people want to come up. I'm gonna have to cycle somebody down in a few. So, but,
Yo, I can get down since my audio's been tripping.
oh, okay, third coach. No, but you can come back once you figure that out though. We just trying to cycle people through. You always can come back.
All right.
All right, brother.
All right.
Well, yeah, Brandon, what was you saying, bro?
Curtis Ho, you can hit the link now. Curtis Ho, come on in. All right, Brandon, go ahead.
Oh man, now I'm on the spot.
You forgot?
Where was I at? Again, well, here I'm gonna bring. This is where I go. I'm gonna go back to the comparison to Frank's video again, and his comparison to KG. I mean, that's what he is. He's just a fundamentalist. But the thing about his game is, man, we've seen so many like we already knew he had that. We already knew that was this game. But now he's really just coming over and making his presence. And again, I'm gonna stick on Jabari. Man, he's putting that ball on the court and just drives and bam, and puts the ball on the court hard and goes. It seems like he gets something out of it. Now again, I mean, Silas dragging on him, but the offense, like, why aren't we setting up plays for him? You know, and again, I mean, we didn't even do it for Jalen. Why would we do it for Jabari? You know, where we're at now. Who's gonna be the next best point? Like, okay, let's get rid of Silas. Now, who would we go get?
At this point, bro, it I ain't no hater, but it seems like almost anybody will do better than Silas.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
how bad do they have to be?
My point is, okay, I'm with Quentin Snyder. I'm not saying he's our championship coach when the whole rebuild is complete and we just end every year in and out. But you can bring in Quentin Snyder just to, you know, solidify some offensive and NBA caliber, just offense, defense. He did not much in the playoffs, but man, he obviously overperformed every year. So
I'm not gonna lie. From
somebody
what
you could bring in.
From what I remember from them playing against Harden and that age, you remember we swept them. I mean, like, yeah, I think we swept them.
Always we did. Yeah.
Yeah, and we beat them like 2 times in the first
Roster
round or the second round. From what I can remember with Quinn Snyder, it's almost like he ran a similar type offense to Silas. But he did have Rudy Gobert. That's the only difference. But for the most part, he put the ball in your boy hand, Donovan Mitchell, and just let him create everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you really go back and look at it, man, now I can't even think of the names. Frank, help me. Who did Utah have?
They had Bogdanovich. They had
he had some
English.
White boys, international white
they had
boys. Yeah, English.
And
they're just knocking down.
They had 3-point shooters everywhere. 6'8" to 6'10".
Yeah, but they're moving. Moving.
Yeah, they had a lot of movement space, and they were passing that ball.
A lot of movement.
Yeah,
and
it was
they
really
were under-talented. They were really under-talented compared to other like us, always running into us in the playoffs with James Harden and everybody else. It's like his team always overperformed. That's my point. Now, would that be the coach for? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying get somebody like him over to the next guy you get, right?
Oh,
or am I tripping?
Ghost went chat list and he went, what was it, like 7 coaches you went through, Ghost? Where you kind of like broke possibility?
Yeah, it was, I think it was Becky Hammond, Sam Cassell, Ime Udoka, Kenny Atkinson. Of course, Queen. Who else was it? Somebody had said Nick Nurse. I don't know why they even put Nick Nurse in there. I don't see why.
Man, we should have kept Nick Nurse.
I don't know why Toronto get rid of Nick Nurse. But my top three out of that list was like Quinn Snyder, Sam Cassell, and Becky Hammond. Like from that list, I think Mark Jackson was on there too. But I didn't really see too many viable options besides Snyder, Hammond, and your boy Sam Cassell.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
like right now, unless something happens, drastically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is about the point of just like Silas bandwagon. But again, who are we really gonna go get if we fire him? Like you got to think like, hey, fire this dude, And again, I don't want to keep Silas at all.
So you basically saying there's no better options out there? That's what you're saying?
No. No.
Definitely better.
You can go. Hey, look. You know what you could do? You just you give it to Bula. I don't want to.
I've done.
The guy from the G League that's
Coach
on the
A.
bench.
I just call him Coach A.
There you go. just give it to him then. I mean, if you want to go young and do it too, I mean, there's multiple options out there. I'm just saying, since we were all on the train of getting rid of Silas, so what are we gonna do then? Viable 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got Quinn Snyder, but that's just to pass it over, 3 years or something, and then you go get the guy. But who is the?
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, we are, like I said a while back, I don't think we just going to jump from Silas to our next championship head coach. I think it's going to be a gradual progression, because like these coaches, like everybody want Popovich. Everybody want their coach to be, somebody a legendary Phil Jackson. But those guys are who they are because they so few far in between. If anything, if we're going to really reboot this thing, we got to find our own coach that's young enough that almost kind of aligns with this group, and they can grow and he can become a great coach even after these teams, this current team retire or something, like somebody young like that. So Coach A, maybe he could be that next Nick Nurse or the next, who your boy, Spoelstra or somebody like that. Like, they don't have to be all-time great. They just got to be competent.
Yeah, let me say this too real quick. Hey, Adelman.
Hold on, B. The only difference.
I just want to say Adelman is slept on.
Right.
Frank, it's on you.
Oh, you good?
Adelman,
you good? Go ahead, bro.
Good coach.
No, he was just saying Rick Adelman is a good coach.
It's on you, Frank. Okay. I'm just saying he's slept on.
I was going to say,
a lot. I mean,
with the coaches that of all those young coaches, bro, like that came in, they also had like Hall of Fame talent. And I think that's the thing, that these good coaches, they can read the tea leaves. They're not going to take a job if their headliner is going to be KPJ and Jalen Green. If the Rockets bring in some like vets in the next few years to bolster up the team and it look like they're viable, then you get into a different category of coaches. Then it's Stephen Silas. I think Stephen Silas is here because he's one of the people that would sign up for this job. Because I feel like the NBA circles already knew the writing on the wall right after the bubble, that Harden was going to leave, that the Russ thing was a bust, all that was going down, and that we were heading in this direction, because that's came out that it was already known. So I didn't think it was a lot of people just dying to come down to Houston. But you get a couple first-round picks, maybe you draft somebody next year. Maybe you can sign a certain guy that comes down here. Don't have to be Harden, just a player that's respectable. Then a good coach could be looking like, okay, maybe I could work with this. But I don't think, like, what the kids call it, this a dummy mission. So getting the Rockets job is basically a crash out for a coach at the point where Silas got it. He's the fall guy, you know what I mean? And this is, if you look at rebuilds, this is typically what happens. The first guy's going to get fired just because that's the nature of the game. And some other guy's going to reap the benefits of some of the stuff, the work that they put in. So but it's a trade-off for Silas because now he gets his experience as a coach and he's getting a job and he's getting paid for it. But it's at the expense of no security in the future, because he is not going to be here in 5 years or 3 years, or maybe not even next year.
Facts. Ricky B,
I got a question, Frank.
Let me get to some of these comments real quick. Ricky B, what's good? He says, I'm not sure if Silas is the right coach or not, for sure. Selena Castillo, appreciate you for joining us. She says Rockets are a different team. Oh man, my thing going crazy. Jamon M says Jalen is improving. Sengun is improving. We hope Jabari will improve. Silas is doing all right so far. So I guess you're up to keeping Silas, Jamon. Dan D says Silas is awful no matter how anyone wants to spin it. Is he really awful? I mean, is he awful though? Like, anyone can take that. That's not rhetorical. Is he really awful?
Go ahead, DJ.
My question, Frank, was
real quick before you ask that.
No,
Space was asking us.
Yeah, I was just asking, do you
awful.
think he's awful?
He's not.
He's not awful. Nah, he's not awful.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Now
But
go ahead,
at the
DJ.
same
Proceed.
time, like,
Let DJ
go
get
ahead,
his question.
DJ. Go.
Nah, I was just has kind of a crash out mission with the team right now. But let's say in a perfect scenario, win beat, and then let's say Nets fall apart next year. Do you think then it was a desirable position for a coach to come into?
It will depend on if Jalen and Jabari actually are improving to where one of them is like a all-star or near all-star level player. Because just having draft picks doesn't really it is still not a stable position because you're still waiting on potential. So Jalen Green and Jabari Smith are really going to be very important for the Rockets, regardless whether Harden or whatever. If they don't hit, then the Rockets fail. At least you would hope both of them hit, but one of them got to hit for sure. For to say that at least you got to come out of this thing drafting 2 top 3 picks. You got to come out of there with an all-star level player at minimum from one of these cats. So that's just what you hope for, that one of them hit.
Them boys in the chat, man. Tim Dunn
Got
says he's god awful. School Channel actually says I like Silas. He is a very good person, a very good friend of the players, treated them very good. But a horrible coach. Oh man, come on. That's the most backhanded comment I ever heard.
Oh, bro.
Silas
Have you asked the post game interviews before? Has he? I hope he's making that comment off of post gaming.
Oh man, that boy gave that's the most backhanded compliment I ever heard right there, Scoot. Scoot, you outdid yourself. E.F. Hutton says after Stone give him a chance is what he's saying. Okay, you think Stone is holding Silas back?
Yes, to an extent, yes.
Joe Blue said he's awful.
No, that's a hard
I think the roster is trash. I mean, look at our backups. Like, what do you? Even if I don't know, it's like your coach got to match what your GM trying to do, and it's like the GM trying to do one thing, and the coach he's just like tolerating it. It seemed like.
Yeah, he could. I mean, like I always say, if I'm gonna cook the meal, I want to buy the groceries too. But yeah,
question is Stone telling Silas to fuck? That's the biggest question.
Yeah, that's what we saying is is Silas just
Don't
incompetent because he just don't know, or he's getting advised to be like this?
That's the biggest question. Like, is Stone literally telling Silas like on KPJ, and that's what it's gonna be, and we're gonna focus. I mean, we're gonna run the same offense D'Antoni ran, basically. Like, because again, there are more and then he was under his little protege, little dude. It's the major question.
Facts.
I've been
go ahead,
I've been
DJ.
on the get rid of Stone train.
Oh, you want to get rid of Stone?
Nah,
I've been saying that.
I think Stone, his real when he under the hot seat, I think is next season. Season is pivotal for everything, like the future, the GM, the coach, because that's when it's like, I think you say this all the time, Ghost. There's no excuses then. It's kind of like we got all our we don't control our future draft picks, so we have to start winning. We get to start panning out which ones look like they not gonna pan out. We get to see what we can do with the cap available, whether the next season or the season after next. I just feel like next season, everybody, like Stone, if Silas is still here, our draft pick choices, how we gonna be. I just think next season a crucial season.
Facts. Yeah, man. Next year it's gonna be interesting next year. Stone really that's when I'm gonna start really judging Stone next year when he got money. We already have 2 to 3 years of evaluation on this team. I think we got a couple of solid players that we can build around, and let's just see how he rounds out this roster with the most money in the league. Now, yeah, the stock is kind of But he still got enough money in the league to where he should be able to fill out this roster with no hiccups. With no hiccups. Like, even if he don't go at max in big head, big game hunt with a max contract, he still got enough money to where he can fill out a solid roster. There's no way we should go into next year without a backup point guard. There's no way we should go into the next year without a quality big man rim running type center that's a league level, not Bruno Fernando.
Mm-hmm.
A league level quality rim running, rim protecting center. Like, we need all of that. And we need to figure out this wing rotation because it's starting to just bug me. All of these wings, Tari, KJ, Eric Gordon. Like, we need to do something. We need to thin out these wings and get some guards, get some another point guard and a backup shooting guard, if you ask me.
You thought putting Tate in because Tate just gonna cause chaos when he come back. Like, it's already too come.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. It's already crowded right now, and I ain't even mentioned Tate. So yeah, it's time for Stone. He got to field a competent team next time. He got to field a competent team by next year. Alex Vargas, what's good, Alex Vargas? He says, I hope y'all had a wonderful Christmas, and thank you for the great content. Appreciate you, Alex. Appreciate you for joining us, man. Thank you. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas yourself. What you was about to say, Big B? I thought you was about to say something.
Yeah, look, man. Another back to that Stone thing. Like, look, you don't think with all the KJ controversy that Tate's just sitting there gets traded. Like, and that's what I don't agree on. That's my point. That's why Stone got to go. So trust Stone next year when this is just the most crucial year. Let's look up GMs. Let's go get them. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm just not with Stone ready to, like, hand it over to the next year. Like, okay, so especially if Harden want to come back. So if Harden want to come, because Stone already know Harden. So then you're getting into that conversation. So, but I've already said let's get rid of Stone and just start.
Who's available GMs next year that, like, would be good?
GMs, I don't know. Like, truthfully, I don't know any GMs.
That's all.
Joe Blue, hold on, let's see. Joe Blue, you back here in the cut? Okay, Joe Blue up in here with us. Hold on, let's get it. I'm gonna go ahead and run to the John real quick. Go ahead and
down.
You got me, Frank?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I was falling asleep. My bad. Hey,
come on, Frank. Don't fall asleep on us, buddy.
I'm old, man. Y'all gotta let me make it.
What's good, Joe Blue?
But yeah, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hope you guys had a good holiday.
Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir, man.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
what you thought about the game, Joe.
I thought it was a good game. I mean, the one thing I get from what I'm seeing as far as, like, from our young core is in this game, I mean, I know as far as, like, the Rockets offense, we try to run through our guards for the most part. And, I mean, Space mentioned earlier if this is like a blimp for KPJ. I'm a little worried that it is, being that our offense, for pretty much the whole season has been through our guards. And for me, the MVP was Sengun. And this started from, like, basically in the beginning of the game, being that going through Sengun got everybody involved. I mean, if you really think about it, going through Sengun gave us KPJ's best game. And just think about that.
That's facts. And we pointed I think we spoke on that earlier. And especially in our offense with a lot of the pick and rolls and the screening actions that they run. I've seen it for Jalen because Jalen is more comfortable playing with Sengun, that all of Jalen's best highest scoring games, if you look at the screen assists, it's like crazy the amount of screen assists Sengun gives them. Even the game where he dropped 41 last year against the Hawks, that was like one of the best screening games I've seen from a big since like I think a Steven Adams, one of the Steven Adams game where Russ had like 50, and it's just I think I don't know who pointed it out on the broadcast. Well, Hollins was emphasizing it about the coaching staff wanting him to be more in the pick and roll, and Sengun wanting to play more of his game. And I think they're finally meeting somewhere in the middle where he can help the guards get off and he can still get his, but they got to trust each other. As far as it being a blip, yeah, I think so. They're a young team. That's why I don't get up too highs or too lows on these wins or losses because they could look like this tonight and get beat by 50 tomorrow. They could beat the Celtics tomorrow, then lose to like, I don't know who the worst team is besides us. They could lose to a team like that by 50 the next game. So it's really the thing with Silas. And this, the thing about him is that he allows the players to dictate really whether they execute or not. And that's where you're going to get inconsistency from because it's going to be based on how they feel. So if they want to share, they're going to share. If they don't want to share, and I don't like that because like stuff like Sengun not shooting threes, that's a problem to me. I don't give a damn if he goes 17%, bro. You got to shoot them threes. You're going to keep pump faking and, teams are not going to care anymore. He should, all those open threes he passes up, like MDA would have benched him for that. Like stuff like that, like you got to shoot those threes just to keep the defense honest. Even if you hit 25%, that's 1 out of 4 of every shot you make. You got to take those shots. Or Tari getting tunnel vision, bench him, sit him down. Like, bro, you're not going to do that. KPJ start tripping out, bench him. Like we're trying to execute the game. Jalen start tripping out, bench him. Like none of these guys have done nothing in the NBA to deserve any type of like preferential treatment. Nothing. And I think because of the stature of our coaching, like he doesn't have the cachet to really emphasize that. Like if you had a more established coach, then you could hold them accountable for some of these things and you could, kind of cultivate positive habits in them. But, I don't think like Silas is a horrible coach as far as X's and O's. I think the idea is there. He just doesn't know how to make the guys do it all the time. And to me, that's a problem.
Well, the guy I was thinking for the guy I was thinking for GM, go with it was Mike Zarin, the assistant GM for the Celtics. Man, he's just sitting there. That's the guy I would go with over stuff.
What moves has he made? I know. Was he under when what's his name was there? Yeah, Danny was there.
Who that you talking about, Frank?
He's I think Brennan just said Zarim.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he said the assistant that was
ZAREN.
What has he done?
He's been.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, obviously he's been there since Jason. Everybody's been drafted there. But he wasn't the assistant GM at that time. He's just been in that organization the whole time. Jump out there and go get somebody. Now, again, you got to some nuts. You got to hold them. More a protege. And keep riding with it. I don't know. That's up to Tillman. I mean, I thought Tillman had nuts. Let's see.
Yeah, Tillman.
I want to speak something on the GM. When it came to the GM for the Celtics, that was Danny Ainge with Tatum and Jalen Brown. If we're kind of trying to if we're trying to look for a GM, the one GM that I would want to look at what they've done so far would be the Cavaliers, being that from going like somewhat to what the third worst team, maybe a year ago, to being first in the East, speaks a lot of volumes for what they've done. And I know, like, because y'all were talking about Harden and y'all were talking about Jimmy Butler. What I like what the Cavaliers have done is they traded for the right player at the right time with the rebuild. They traded for Spiders. So for me, if we're gonna trade for someone, it needs to be that matches our rebuild. Spider's 26 years old, which is perfect for the Cavaliers. And they're gonna be contending for more than 5 years from now.
Right.
Like if we bring like a Jimmy Butler or if we bring a James Harden, all Harden's gonna do is want to get paid. He's gonna do hero ball. He's gonna want to feel his stats. That's pretty much it. If we pick somebody up, I mean that it's gonna be big. I mean, it has to be really important who we ever. It has to be a trade, but it has to be that falls within our rebuild within that 25 to 26-year-old range. And that's just my 2
Joe
cents. on
Blue.
that.
Hey,
Joe
let me
Blue,
let
do
me
you
hold
see
on, hold on,
a
hold on.
equivalent PG?
My bad. I don't mean to cut y'all, but Usagami is spamming the chat for Scariolo. Who is Scariolo, Usagami? Enlighten me, because I haven't heard about him. Let me know.
Bro, I
Have
thought
anybody
you
up here
said
on the panel?
Sicario.
Have y'all heard of Scariolo?
No, I don't know
Nah.
about no Scariolo.
Oh, I think he said. I think in
Nah,
one
I
of
never heard of
the other chats. I think in one of the other chats goes he European coach or something, like he wins a lot over there. So I think he's saying
Hey,
we should
that's
go
another
get.
opportunity.
Oh, he says the
Hey,
Spain
Why not?
head coach.
Why not? Yeah, why not?
Do
Go
you
get him.
remember? Let's
Yeah.
go there with him. Do you remember what's that guy name that came over from Spain and was coaching LeBron?
The Cavaliers, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he go to the
What was his name?
Black?
LeBron got him fired
Black.
LeBron got that dude out of there, bro.
quickly, and he was a perennial champion over in the Euro squad. Now I'm not saying these are the same guys.
I mean,
They're different, but
you guys still got Vogel. I mean, Vogel held it down. Like,
not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Euroball is a totally different type of basketball than over here.
no doubt. I was just saying it's like coaching wise, you got Frank Vogel. I guess he's the biggest one.
Was he from
just
Euro?
really had some success. Yeah, I mean that's what I thought at his beginning career. That's all he. I mean, you can go to Mike D'Antoni. All he did was Euroball. I mean, he came over
Nick
here.
Nurse won a championship in like some British
Yeah,
league.
I mean,
Well, Mike D'Antoni,
Yeah,
let's
if you're
be
gonna
fair.
break-
Let's give the guy his credit. He revolutionized basketball.
he did, but and that's why I said earlier another one. Like, I mean, he got slept on a lot. We got rid of him, and guess who we got? Immediately, Mike D'Antoni. I mean, that's where we went to.
I hear you. Kenny
now
S.
we're
We
at-
got Kenny S. in here with us. What's good, Kenny S.? What's happening, brother? Can you hear me? Kenny S. Are you with us? I see he got full bars. I don't hear him. Do y'all
You
hear
gotta
him?
unmute yourself, bro.
You probably muted.
Nah, I
bro.
don't hear it.
He gone.
He dropped out.
Yeah, but the GM thing, I mean, I haven't seen Stone really do anything crazy except the roster being trash. I think DJ Generation, you said this, that this coming season is going to be really the chance for him to show us, like, okay, he know what he's doing. Because, again, everybody been hiding under the umbrella of who's supposed to be bad, so it's really hard to judge any of them. And even for Silas, honestly, I'd like to see him with a veteran, like a good player that's really good, and just see what he can do with somebody that's actually going to execute his game plan. But if he can't do that, then obviously he's not a good coach. There's some coaches that they could talk to young kids and whip them into shape, and some are just like really cerebral, and they don't know how to connect. If you look at Brad Stevens from the Celtics, all the talent they had in Boston, he just couldn't connect with the players. And it took somebody like Ime to come in and really change the culture there for them to be where they are now, where they have an identity as a defensive team that's hard-nosed. But, you know, Brad is like a Steven Silas, where he's like real X and O's and cerebral, and he's known as a smart guy and all this crap. But to me, when you're dealing with young men, bro, you need somebody that's gonna get up, get them straight.
Kenny S. Can you mute YouTube in the background?
Mute YouTube. It's not on my page. Like, I don't have it up at all. It's just on the stream.
Yeah, mute the stream. Because I'm getting feedback from your mic. There you go. That's good. I don't hear it no more. What's good, Kenny S? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Kenny?
Oh my god.
Nah,
We hear
you
you,
on?
I can hear you, bro.
Yeah. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I
You
keep on
you
touching it.
live
It's like it
now.
like freeze and I touch
You,
it again and then it go off
there you go.
again.
You live.
What's good, everybody? Happy belated Christmas, everybody. Happy New
Appreciate it.
Year's coming up.
What's
Appreciate
good?
Y'all
it.
been
Oh, that boy.
Oh, now you didn't went into the twilight zone again.
DJ,
oh
tell them how to
no.
handle
Oh,
it.
now I can hear you now.
You may have to
Y'all
refresh
y'all
this
can hear
one.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Oh, okay. I missed the game, so I came to come listen to y'all what y'all had to say about it. I just seen the score and things and such. It's like, if I got another win.
For sure, bro. Yeah, man, that was a good win. That was a good win. You missed a good game, bro. You missed a good game. Yeah, but I'm still getting reverb back from your end.
Let me check out these settings.
No, I'm just
It's
trying to
a
make it
nice-
enjoyable, a listen for the fans. Bro.
Yeah. It's like it's
Crazy, you probably
like
gotta take
froze
them
or
out.
something.
Yeah.
I had to refresh. He needs to
Kenny
leave
having issues.
all
He need
the
to refresh
things,
his
refresh.
all his browsers
Yeah.
and everything. All right.
But no,
Bro, remember,
Usagami,
I had to
Cariolo, Sakura, what was his
Sicario.
name? Scariolo. Yeah, we don't know much about him, Usagami. Maybe you gonna have to come on the stream and educate us, and maybe you'll let us know why he will be such a good fit for this current Rockets team, because we kind of lost. I don't really follow Euro basketball that much unless it's like a FIBA war, something like that, bro.
my
I
point
would like a
is, like,
Joker.
let's think about who Tillman is, our owner, right? Let's think about Tillman.
Hold on, I had a super chat I had to get to. Hold on, I had a super chat. Douglas
Okay,
Nougat.
go ahead.
Douglas Nougat. What's good, Douglas Nougat? He says, how about that LP3? Maybe he gets his confidence up. So, I think he's only taken like 5 this whole season. To credit, to Frank's
I
credit,
think he's
right?
taking 20s. He's taking. Is it 20 some? He's like
I know
5 for
maybe
20,
only
20.
made 5.
Yeah, he's made 5.
Made
He needs
5.
to take more, bro. I would bench him every time he passed up an open 3. Like, that's one of the things that'll unlock his game to be quote unquote baby Jokic. He got to shoot them shots, bro, because he has to have a perimeter game. He has to have it. If that comes, then LP is just in a different stratosphere as a prospect with the passing and playmaking, the ball handling. I mean, y'all seen that steal?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was crazy. Like, yeah, he had a hell of a game, man. I think they said that probably is. I would agree. That's probably his best all around game.
Man, he's just dunking on everybody.
Dunking. He's trying to catch
just
bodies.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that San Antonio, what he did to Collins, it just like put something in him.
yeah.
Like, he's just trying to dunk on everybody now.
He heard the.
I think after he
the
heat, he heard the heat. He heard the heat. Yeah, heard it.
Could it be that he's
that
finally
heat.
realizing this ain't Euro? He got to come with force, because the referees don't give him a friendly whistle at all. Like, he's not doing all that bumping and head fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's embellishing. He's not really doing that. He didn't really do that too much. Like, he finally realized, man, I can't leave it in the the referee's hand to bail me out. I have to bring it. Now, what you were saying, B?
No doubt. One thing I think he needs to get a love his force to the rim, just like Jabari. I was bringing it up, but like that, he likes to stick his left arm out. Man, just put your head down and just take that contact. He loves to put his left arm out and try to clear out somebody when he's going to dunk.
Yeah. I mean, he's
agree
going
with
up
that.
with force, though. He's going up with force lately. He's trying to bring the rim down like he's Shaq or Grandma
No
Larry
doubt.
Johnson or somebody.
Hey, I'm all for
Yeah, I'm
Sengun
not
going.
even
I'm
mad
just
at
saying
him. I'm not
consistency.
mad at him. That's what we need. That's
Consistency.
what we
Like if you
need.
want to be consistent with it, yeah. And I like let's get away. If I'm Coach Silas, I'm telling him, don't even use your left arm. Go up to be violent. You don't have to clear out. Just get that in his head when you go left arm up no more and try to clear out. Just make that a habit. I know it's hard. Just try to teach that to him because in Euroball, he's probably been doing that, sticking that left arm, blocking it. No, he's not clearing out, like pushing off when he goes for the dunk. And I get your back, but it's the NBA. Just take it. Just take
Facts. Hakeem Olajuwon says, "How about the Celtics' old coach, Brad Stevens? He's their GM now, I believe, right?
They may mean him.
I think he's the president.
Or is
of
he talking about
basketball
Udoka?
operations.
I don't really consider
he's talking about
Udoka the old coach because he's really the coach still.
He's still there.
Just
They ain't gonna let
interim.
him go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if they was gonna let
fighting to
him
keep
go,
him,
I
bro.
think they would have did it already.
Yeah, they're not gonna
What's
let
the
him go. They
official like? What are they saying is official label they gave him right now?
at the house.
Like they think they
it.
it was like a
DJ,
team suspension. I think it wasn't a league suspension. It was a team suspension. That's why he can.
Oh,
That's why he could have possibly went and play coach for the Nets because it's not a league suspension.
Because it was media perception. He cheated on Nia Long. Horrible.
I mean, bro should
damn
just
it.
get an L for that. I mean, he's a walking L just for that.
As soon as this blow over, he'll be back. And the Celtics. I remember when the thing with Brooklyn came up, they tried to charge up the Nets for tampering, so they want him. They're not gonna let him walk.
Yeah. They would already, let him go.
Bro.
Truthfully.
I'm rolling,
Do you
bro.
think Udoka still wants to be a coach though for the Celtics though?
Yeah, man,
that's a good question.
Yeah, bro. That's prominent. That's like the Patriots coach. Like
Facts.
Yeah, that's a historical franchise, bro. Like the Lakers and the Celtics, that's royalty. You don't get no higher than that in basketball. You just maybe the Knicks, but the Knicks they haven't lived up to that in 50 years, 60 years. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Lakers and the Celtics, that's royalty, bro. You don't pass them.
Hey, who's the young dude that's there now? He gonna be a hot commodity coming out of once Ime come back.
Yeah,
everybody
but
gonna be after him.
Is he really doing anything different?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They be the players and the media over there be acting like he be on it.
Right, giving them credit.
He pretty much got the same squad Ime had. And he coached under Ime last year.
Hey, Space, he be chewing the hell out that gum though. I don't know
yeah, he do. Yeah, he do. That's why his cheekbones so high. That boy cheekbones.
No, I think about it, Ghost, is you make me think of him like who was that the one left and he ain't do nothing.
From which team?
Remember he left and went to Walton's son.
Oh, Bill Walton, Luke Walton.
Yeah, he was an assistant.
Oh, Luke Walton. Yeah,
he was.
Yeah, like
the
15
Warriors.
games undefeated or something on the Warriors.
Yeah, he was like what? He was like 32-0 or some crazy number at one point in time.
Yeah, that's fact. That's true. It's gonna be one of them cases. It'll probably be us. We'll probably give him that man 5 years.
Man, we're gonna Brock Osweiler this guy like the Texas
Lord, on the phone. We ain't even gonna see him. They just gonna look. They gonna give him the contract via Google.
He gonna coach virtual.
Okay, so we talking about all that. Look, Mark Zarin, bro. That's why I said Mark Zarin. He's the Boston Celtics forever, bro.
You're not for
why not
on that.
Hire him,
Mark Zarin.
For the coach, for the GM.
And then Dennis Lindsey. Dennis Lindsey is another name for a GM.
Oh, you talking about GM?
He's been associated. Yeah, I'm talking about back on the GM thing. Mike Zarin he's in there for a while with the Celtics. Could hire him for our GM, and then you got Dennis Lindsey, been associated with the Rockets. He worked for us years ago, and then been bouncing around the league here and there to be a new GM in the league. You know,
Just give
I'm
me
just saying,
just bring
Stone
me
ain't
Masai Ujiri or
Stone. What has Stone really done, bro? He really walked into the Harden trade. You know, break it down.
You
And
hate
he
Stone. Huh?
that boy on Stone
I don't
neck.
hate him. I don't hate just saying, bro. He's not the guy. He's not the guy. And then let's go back to the other video Frank corrected on the rebuild. Like so when you're really rebuilding, you don't want the first GM the whole time. You're gonna stay with the first coach the whole time. How many do you get to where you want to go? How many coaches are you gonna go to? You know, I mean, it's not going to be the same.
But what we saying,
guys, man.
what we season is kind of like his do or die, though, Brandon. That's what everybody's saying. Like we ain't
I
like
know,
we
I
right
know,
now.
but
Next season is when.
okay, so the first 2 years he fell into Jalen, Jabari. Okay, so what if we get third pick? I'm taking Tom. What if he goes Nick Smith? I'm gonna be like, motherfucker. And then if he fuck
he ain't
up,
gonna
now
do
then
that.
where we going? What I'm saying, this is a crucial year, is what I'm saying.
The reason why
gotta
I
we-
would say
we
no,
trust
Brandon. The reason
in
why I would say no,
Stone, we
Brandon. Usually, the GM just get more time. Like he's not the coach. Like he got so many hats he have to wear, to where a misstep here, a miscalculated step there, it kind of gets swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying? Like, not swept under the rug, but they got a little bit more leeway because they got so many more job duties. You know, you feel what I'm saying? So they gotta, just like your boss at your job, you got a little bit more leeway to come in late to work just because he's the boss. You feel what I'm saying?
No doubt, no doubt. All I'm saying is this feels like a year for this team or our team organization. Are we trusting Stone to make you? Would you
Whether
rather
it's good or bad, we are.
would you rather let Tillman Holden go get somebody that's really ready for the job?
If you want my honest answer, I'd rather just give Stone a chance than bring in somebody's situation.
I think it's just too early for us to judge Stone just yet, like concrete to say we got to get rid of him, because he did bring, I mean, yeah, they shoe-ins kind of picks, but he did bring talent back to the squad, young talent. And
okay, so he got KJ and Tate. Okay,
He got
I'll give him
Sengun
props.
too.
he got Sengun.
Yeah,
One
well,
thing we gotta get.
did get well. No,
Yeah,
he did.
he went after.
How many
He traded
people doubt
for
Sengun?
Sengun,
People
so
doubt.
Nah,
He
But
literally
he went after.
how many
traded
people
for
doubt Sengun though? But how many people
But
doubt?
nobody
Everybody
picked him
across
up. Nobody
the
picked
league
him up.
thinks Sengun is a.
No,
But I'm
nobody.
saying,
He was the
I'm talking
16th
about
pick,
right
bro.
now.
Like 15
right
people
now.
didn't think he
I
was
love,
that.
bro. I love
Hey, Brandon,
Sengun.
Sengun was supposed to be a top
saying,
10 pick coming
no
out the draft.
doubt.
So he was supposed to be a top 10
Okay, so
lottery
it
pick.
so that's so it's another pick that fell to.
Nah, he traded
him
Right.
two picks
fall to
to
it. He
go get him.
traded for him.
No,
He
what
traded picks
but
to go
what
get
to?
him.
I know
You said what?
he still did trade picks to go get him,
That's
but
smart,
you said
bro.
he was supposed. You
Yeah,
still
but
You got to
people- the
you
credit
still
people-
got him at
that, bro.
16.
Yeah, you gotta give him
No,
that, bro. Come
Tell
on.
you where I credit this. I'll credit. I'll credit. Tari, that was a nice pick right there.
Nah,
Because
don't
I
give him
thought
credit
Tari
for
was going to
Tari.
go a lot higher too.
Yeah, I'll
Tari
give
was
him
going to
credit.
go a lot higher too. But see, again, if I thought Tari was going to go a lot higher, I feel like
Tari
fell
a
to
good
him.
pick. That was a no
Fell
brainer.
to him.
Nah, the Sengun
That's
pick
what I'm
is his
saying. So
is his pick. That's what I give it to him.
I think Sengun was
no, of
kind of
course
strategic.
I give him this. There you go. That was a good way to put it. There you go.
I think it was.
I like
I
that
think
way.
that
I
was
like
the
that way
more
too.
strategic
It
move
was
that he made.
strategic. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so that makes him a good GM, right?
Nah, we
Not
can't tell
necessarily.
because they've been trying to suck. So once
Nobody's
they stop
saying
See, I
sucking,
like Ghost. Go Ghost.
No, I'm just saying not
I want to
necessarily.
hear
We ain't
Ghost. Yeah, I
saying
like
he's a
that. I
good
like
GM.
that. Yeah.
We're just saying that
Yeah.
he just got a little bit more time. He just got a little bit more leverage to be here longer. Like
Go to
it's
Texas,
not
right?
because
And
they
can't
oversee
take
the whole
the show,
franchise.
but
So you got to see. You almost got to look at GMs like in a 5-year interval. Like, yeah, there's been times where you lose their job sooner, But for the most part, the drafting, the getting the hiring the right
He,
coach, because it can take 4 years before you get four good pieces that even fit. You
no,
know what
I
I'm
get your
saying?
point. What you're saying is coaches before you go through GMs. I understand that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they
I
might
get that.
have
You'll
they
fire coach. I
B
understand
hold on B
that.
hold on. They might have like a 4-year, 3-year, 5-year plan type deal where they lay it out to the owner and say, here's what my plan is. I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. So what basically for him coming up on this season, when you are supposed to be bad, like we can point out stuff he's done wrong. Like maybe the Jake up pick looking stupid now. Maybe the Tice signing look bad. Maybe taking on Schroeder's contract and just eating it for nothing look dumb. Maybe not taking a
Depot.
player from the Harden trade look bad. I mean, there's a lot of missteps, yes. But like to Space's point, sweeping under the rug because you're supposed to suck. This season coming up, they're not incentivized to suck, so they're going to be graded on the end of the day the performance of the team. And I think if you have a motive to fire him, it'll be based on that because you can't just say, "Well, I'm gonna fire him because Daniel Tice." So I think for Silas, for Stone, I think Stone get a little bit longer leash, but definitely this coming season, as he has to make this is the first time he's gonna have to make some big boy moves where the decisions he makes is gonna alter the franchise for the next 5 years or so. Whether he does take a Harden or what vet does he spend? How do they spend that 60 million? I mean, those are big decisions, and
But
that's what he's there for. You can't fire him before he gets to make that choice because that's really what's gonna make or break.
okay, I get your point. I got
You say he's
But I'm just
trying to
saying,
say
Tillman
he
wants to
wants
hold his
somebody
nuts. He
to do
can.
before that, but
This is a
that's
May
not fair.
signing of the Rockets.
He just wants Stone gone. That's just
Yeah, he just want. It's like when Bill Open gone, bro.
my boy didn't had enough of Stone. Like I haven't seen
Yeah,
nothing that egregious
Hey,
from Stone to
Space,
just get
you
rid
see-
of him.
No,
man.
I'm not saying it's egregious, Ghost. I'm not saying it's
You seen
egregious.
that
Just
meme
what I'm
of
trying to say
Takashi
is,
69? Space, you seen that meme of Takashi 69 that says you wouldn't even get the chance, stupid.
Yeah.
That's how Brandon.
Oh
is.
yeah.
He ain't gonna even give him a
You don't even get
chance,
the
bro.
chance, stupid. Like you say,
Look,
you don't
look.
want Stone even spending $1 out that 60 mil.
Straight
I feel
up.
you, bro, but they gonna give him a chance.
no, I'm saying
Kenny S. Hold on, we got Kenny S in there. Let's see if he's back. What's up, Kenny
Okay.
S? Can you hear me?
What's up?
All right, you
What's up?
good,
Y'all
brother.
can hear
You
me?
good, brother. What's happening?
Yeah, you
Let
good.
us have it, bro. Let us
No
have
echo,
it.
no nothing. No echo, no nothing.
Nah, you good.
Not right now.
All right, okay. All right. So first I'm gonna go back to Sengun about his shooting. Man, I've been saying this for the longest, man, about him not shooting the ball while he open. Like just like Tank said, you at least gotta shoot him at least to make him like okay, I have to guard him here at least with him. You know, like him not shooting, him just constantly want to get posted. He not even shooting mid ranges. Like it's like he become like so predictable in his offense. Like it's like, how can you make him a number one option if that's all he gonna do? You know, it's not like a few years or like the last decade or so, like 2 decades before, where you counted on the big man. The big man was gonna be your guy. He was gonna score a bunch in the paint. We moved past that. No, it's like you gotta turn yourself to a stretch 4, stretch 5. That's all the league really want right now.
Right.
As far as
Go ahead.
as far as like Silas, like I like him. It's just he do stuff in the games where you be like, bro, what is you doing? Like, why you taking out the hot people and this and that, like if the game is in reach, like let him play with the files that he got, or something like that to at least try and sustain, try and sustain yourself in the game. Stone is just I feel like Stone out of anybody, he's more safe than Silas. Just like what Tank was saying, yeah, he probably put up a plan for him. Like, hey, this is where I envision us being in X amount of years. And it's just, I mean, of course, we're not gonna know anything. Pen is the fans, keep a lot of stuff under wraps and stuff. So it's just we're ready the process.
So is it that you like
We gotta
Silas,
wait.
or is it that you don't see no other viable options out there to replace him?
I mean, it's always gonna be coaches. Like, that's not even a thing. It's just always the coach has to be the one to go whenever the team does that. It sucks, and it's just all a part of it. Like, he just has to be the fall guy. He's not a bad coach, of course, because he's been an offensive coordinator or whatever, the offensive coach or something like that for a few different teams, but not the head guy. I don't know. Just as far as like coaches go, I really go by like that whole thing with Kyrie and Katie. What they were saying, like, it don't matter who the coach is. It's just we just gotta go out there and ball. And if they don't ball, then the coach has to go. Just like Steve Nash. I mean, Steve Nash. He didn't have a resume or anything like that. But he had a great team when the great team was doing bad. Maybe it's even somewhat of a thing that players even probably do, where they'll go on a slump or something. As soon as the coach get fired, then you get a new coach, and then you just like, whoa, like, why wasn't this like there, back when y'all had this coach? Because they don't play no different.
Yeah.
You don't think the coach matters to you?
Nah, coach really don't, man. I mean, it do to some point, but the players still got to go out there and, do what they're supposed to do. Like, players can save can make a coach a coach for a long time, like Tim Duncan did for Pop. If it wasn't for Tim, Pop probably wouldn't have been a coach that long. Remember back when he was probably like in his first, second, or third year or something like that, they was already talking about firing Pop as a coach, and he was a GM, something like that, and wound up moving down to being a coach. Duncan's pretty much prolonged his career. The only coach in modern day right now in the NBA that you can look at and you can be like, that coach right there, like, that's a top tier coach, and it's Spoelstra. It don't matter who he gets, what players he got, he's just always competitive.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what coach is out there that we could probably get, or that would, that can be like a Pop or a Spo. Because those are very rare to find and that stick around for a long time. Yeah, I don't.
I would give you the Tim Duncan point. I give you the Tim Duncan point, but he's the all-time leader in wins. He didn't do all that with Tim Duncan.
True.
Yeah.
I think what Stone had in mind when he drafted Silas was more so for Harden. That's perfect for this team. Once Harden wanted to be traded, they pretty much kind of fucked up everything for both Silas and Stone. One, I mean, he's not going to fire Silas real quick because basically you're going to have to be paying for two coaches as far as still paying for Silas and still paying for whatever coach they're going to hire. So, I mean, Stone knows he's going through the real right now. I mean, it is 2 to 3 years. What's crazy. And then, and I would say if Silas gets hired, this next coach that will be hired will be Seth.
I agree with Joe Blue. I think the next coach is the one for the real, not shoutouts.
Yeah, but who is this theoretical coach? Where is this coach gonna come from?
I mean, it's not an
Hopefully one
ideal
of the
for
ones
me.
we talked about.
I mean, someone like, I mean, obviously we want someone from the top three, or it's difficult to say. I mean, like how you said, there might be someone. It's just, do they want the job?
I mean,
I'm still just, I don't.
coaches think they can coach anybody, unless you just like a Hall of Fame coach with a resume that don't want to have no blemishes on it. Most coaches will go coach anyone because they have enough confidence in themselves to say, "Hey, I can turn that around. I'm a coach. I can do that." Like that's just they're competitive, just like players. So I don't think it's a problem with getting a coach here. I just think you got to be careful who you get.
I agree with you on that. I honestly think the Rockets wouldn't be a bad job. I know people saying it, but we got talent.
Yeah, we definitely got talent. Uzgood says, "Am I wrong? But the team played better after each timeout. Silence was good today." No arguments from here. But it's still an echo coming from somebody though.
I think it's Kenny S.
Yeah, Kenny, if you're not talking, you'll mute your mic.
Oh, okay, my fault.
You good? All right.
What was the question?
We're gonna be wrapping it up. We got to do this tomorrow again. So we got a back to back. So I don't want to keep y'all too much longer. It's 12 midnight already. So is there anything last call for comments? Super chats, if you want to do it. If you really think you really want to get something off right now, hit the super chat and I'll cover it right now for you. But if not, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, and we'll be back here tomorrow so we can hopefully be talking about a good win against the Boston Celtics. So if anybody on the panel that's speaking right now have any final words to go about this game or this Rockets team or whatever, y'all have at it.
Ghost, I gotta follow all. It's based on what Joe Blue said. He said how like Donovan Mitchell because of age and talent. Is there anybody you Frank think of that will be available next season or season after next that fit that mold?
I'm hoping it's still an echo. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know whose mic it's coming from, but it's still an echo, a reverb. As far as are you saying like somebody that we know is going to be available? Because LeBron and man, it's some big names coming up next year. I think LeBron and man, who else was it?
Well, I mean how like Donovan Mitchell's still 26, so he's still within the window versus like Harden on the downside. You know what I'm saying?
The only person I can probably think of is maybe the Aaron Fox.
Yeah, that's Fox is coming up.
But like I said, that was a hard question, so I don't want to
like the Aaron Fox. Maybe even Lonzo Ball if we can get him from Chicago. But I don't know if we want to deal with the injury stuff. Anthony Davis, he might not want to be in LA too much longer.
I'm good on AD.
I don't want no Anthony. Yeah,
we only want free agents.
No, but it's a lot of big names, man. I'm trying to think. I was just looking at it the other day. I know LeBron and man, who else? It's some more name. Devin Booker.
You can save it for tomorrow. That's why I said that, because that way I know we got to pull the list. So Joe Blue brought up a good point. I was like, I wonder if there's anybody. Like I said, like he's saying within the 8 that would fit what he just said.
Yeah. Let me look. We got tomorrow, so come back tomorrow. I'm gonna look.
Yeah, that's why I said that. Yeah, for tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look and I'm gonna make sure because I know it's LeBron, Devin Booker, somebody else, Bradley Beal, I believe, Dame.
Bro, Bill should be
LeBron,
locked
Dame,
up.
they wouldn't fit.
I don't even want Bill though either.
Did Bill just sign?
Yeah, Bill just signed.
Yeah, Bill just signed. Bill just signed. So, cause I know I seen him on. It's some people like Lonzo Ball, I believe.
Where's Kemba Walker? What happened?
Kemba Walker, I think he at home chilling. No, I'm lying.
Kemba Walker, I think he play for Dallas right now. I think
he on the Mavericks. Yeah, but I'm gonna look for you, DJ. I'm gonna look for you, brother. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. Appreciate everybody that came up and spoke with us. My boy DJ Generation, of course, Kenny S. My main man Joe Blue, appreciate you for coming up. Brandon Simpson as well. And that boy Third Coast Alliance, appreciate you for coming through. Thank everybody in the chat for chopping it up. If you hear, man, I hope y'all like the video. I hope y'all sharing it. Oh, one thing I can would y'all like a Chop Shop Facebook page or something like that, to where we can try to grow and put all your friends in it? Like the best way to spread, good content is by word of mouth a lot of time. Like, hey man, you ain't heard about this, you ain't heard about that, you ain't heard about that. Like, just tell people about us. We want to grow. We want to build this community up. Hopefully by the end of this time next year, maybe we can be at 10K, 10K subscribers or something like that. So we only going to be able to do it with y'all help, so appreciate everybody for coming by, all the super chats. Thanks, fellas. Thank everybody for coming out. Y'all stay warm. Hope y'all enjoyed y'all holidays. CSG, appreciate the Chop Shop gang, all my boys, all my members that's in the membership, brother. You say Discord server? Okay, a Discord. So y'all would like a
dope.
Discord?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
A Discord to be dope? Okay, that's cool. That's 100. Well, me and Frank will go ahead and collab and see what we can do to bring and try to grow. Man, put us on Reddit. Put us on whatever platforms y'all on, man.
Yeah,
share
y'all
our links out there, man.
Shop Reddit.
Yeah, man. Like, help us grow, bro. That's all I'm asking. Help us grow, bro. Help us grow. Like, we love the content. We love everybody here. We love all our members. We love all our subs. I think we just need to, we can elevate this. We can elevate this, and we can do it together. And we just need y'all help to do it. No lie. Like, we ain't the number one sign of a man or or a leader is not to say you don't acknowledge when you need help. Like, there's a big platform. There's a lot of growth we can do with this channel. But we need y'all to help us. Like, just like hitting like buttons. Like, that kind of ran me high when I went through the numbers and I seen a lot of people watching our content, bro, and not subscribing and not liking. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could be doing something else. We really could be doing something else. But we all passionate about
the like button free.
The like button is free.
The like button free.
Exactly.
So, yeah, man, we appreciate everybody up here on the panel, man. Appreciate everybody for coming out. We're going to come back and chop it up tomorrow. Would y'all like a pregame chop up tomorrow? I don't know. I've been working kind of, here and there. So, if I could, I'd do a pregame chop up, and then we'll do a postgame chop up tomorrow as well. But, like always, man, appreciate it. Love your family. Hug them. You never know when we'll be gone. You know what I'm saying? Don't take nobody for granted. Keep it 100 out there. Let's go, Houston Rockets. Let's go get a dub from Boston tomorrow. Appreciate it.
You have a good night, guys.
Appreciate y'all, fellas. Y'all take it easy.
You too.